The same thing she asked. She maybe throws 350, but she can do that with both. But she's so accurate.
The record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it. Stay with him. I don't give a. I'm cool with it. Play and peep the fans with him. Yeah, they gon' remember my. Yeah, you are not it already. He an outlaw, getting off when he calls envy. Hit the peanut gallery, they all jelly. Yeah, they gon' remember my. Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Today we're out here at Jones West in Emporia, Kansas, and I have a special guest, Bruce, who's going to be walking with me, playing some holes, and guiding me on some forehand and backhand form work. So Bruce, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, Bruce Esquivel. I've been playing for 16 years now. I'm originally from Emporia, Kansas, so I'm here for the DDO. I'm gonna help Maya with the game a little bit, maybe give her some pointers on her forehand, her backhand, whatever it feels like she needs help with. And we'll see how it goes along the way. You go first. I want to see what yours looks like first.
Okay, so I'll just probably like start standstill.
Okay.
Because I started like adding in a little bit of a run up, but at the same time, like sometimes it like overloads my brain. So
yeah, too much at once.
Yeah. Oh, that was just straight up in the air.
You're good. So for me, I would say the first thing I kind of, to myself, this is how I think about it, is because I always start with the next step. Because some people, you know, they like to go up here and just stay forward.
Yeah.
But for me, that causes me to throw over my body instead of just hitting it from back here.
Yeah.
So I decided to do a next step instead. So for me, the most important thing is obviously just like for me to stay sideways as I go. I have a very small next step. I don't try to get too drastic with it, but the most important part is when you're coming through, is right when you land, this is kind of how you get down and get your power forward, because you're supposed to keep your elbow in the whole way. That's the main goal, to keep you from throwing up. If you're out here, then you're just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think sometimes I forget to like bring the elbow in. And then one thing like Chase was talking to me about was like lagging like your elbow like ahead, right?
Yeah, you want this to lead, so that way it's just a whip.
Yeah. Cool.
So just think of it as like a, like this motion right here. This is kind of how I practice without a disc in my hand, is I would go and I would just try to snap right here. This motion right here, that's how I kind of develop my snap, because that's what it is. I think it's like snapping a towel, just right here. And you don't want to go too far, because all of your torque's going to come from here and then your wrist. So all you're doing is you're really just relying right when you plant just to kind of lean into it and go low.
Okay.
And just kind of follow through.
Let's see. Do you think I should try and do a run up with it, or do you think
just use your plant your foot and then just kind of like lean into it and try to get your elbow, just keep your elbow close and just try to snap with your wrist.
Okay.
It's better.
That was a little better. One thing we think is that, because I think one of the main things is like I'm not flicking it.
Yeah.
And I don't I think it's just because of I'm backhand, where I'm just keeping my wrist.
Yeah. So think of it as as you're bringing everything through, and you're just at the last second, you're just stopping right at the middle point of your body. You're just gonna stop, and the rest is on your wrist to open up.
Okay.
So just try to force it with snap it out of your wrist. That's basically what you're trying to do. It's better?
That was a little better.
Now the other thing I would say is to keep you from going up is as you're coming down, don't lean back, lean forward. Just kind of get into it, force yourself to go.
Which is kind of opposite of backhand too, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, not enough turn.
Oh. That one, I think I should add a little bit of a run up.
Yeah, it might help a little bit.
Yeah.
Because whenever I'm watching, it's like you're doing it, but you're also still going forward past your body instead of just stopping.
Yeah. It's I gotta learn how far do I need and stuff. It feels so awkward.
Just try to do it as an X step. Just try to keep your body sideways and then just go from back here. And then as long as you plant with sideways, you're gonna get a good. It's gonna feel a little different, but.
It's okay, maybe I should get smaller of a
Yeah, I would.
Well, that at least
That was a
low.
lot flatter. That was flatter,
low, but
low.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a little foreign until you get used to it, obviously. But yeah, so as soon as you feel that your plant foot's about to plant,
Yeah.
just get in there and just try to just sling it. Yeah,
That was better.
it's better. It's more consistent down the middle and
Yeah.
it's lower. We can probably do it on the next hole.
I'm just throwing it so low.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about getting too low. Just
Yeah.
worry about like once you hit here, then just slowly go down. That's
Okay.
all you're really, like you don't have to get underneath. Just as soon as you plant, just have your arm going, like have your nose tilted down a little bit so you're not trying to go nose up.
Okay. Nice.
No way.
Oh man, that was
Oh my
good.
goodness, that was going.
It was. Oh,
So now the one thing that you should probably focus on now is just hitting it from here. Like you could honestly just step into it as well.
okay.
It's just right here is like you want to
The
release here,
midpoint.
but you obviously want to follow through as you let
Right.
go. But yeah, just try to hit it. Like try not to go past your left leg,
Okay.
and just try to remember that.
I'll try. It's so weird. I feel like I'm going against everything I've worked so hard.
There you go.
Oh,
That was way better.
that felt good.
That looked good. Nice.
There you go. Nice.
Keep it going.
Great shot.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, it's going with the
She's
wind.
going.
That still was like good as far as
Yeah.
like how long it stayed in the air
Yeah,
for.
and that's how you'll know if like you're holding on too long, if you're going too far left, or if you're
Yeah.
releasing too early, you're gonna go right.
I'm just happy they're staying in the air longer. That's all. Like,
They're straighter for sure.
yeah.
It's gonna take a little while to get used to that movement, but
Yeah,
It-
I do kind of like the sideway, like,
yeah, because it stops you from like going across the whole
Right.
time. You know, it actually gives you a chance to hit it where you're trying to hit it.
yeah, I think it's helping.
That's probably
Nice.
the furthest forehand I've ever had. So
That was good.
now the one thing I would try to focus on as well as you're doing this, I know it's like
Uh-huh.
a million things, but
Yeah, no, you're good.
is try to keep your foot this way because you're kind of opening up a little bit,
Okay.
and I think that's what's leading you towards
I
this
think
way.
it's kind of like, because that's how I was doing, like,
Oh, okay.
my plant. So I think
Yeah.
I'm like reverting back to muscle memory,
Gotcha.
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
trial and error.
my goal for my forehand is to get like 250 foot of distance.
Consistency.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to be like,
350 down the middle
yeah,
pipeline.
no,
Yeah.
because like I have a good backhand for that. I feel like,
Yeah, for
of course
sure.
I want to get, I think it would be good for me to get like more consistently like 350 feet, like,
Both ways or whatever.
yeah, but at least like for my backhand more consistently
Yeah.
in the upper or mid 300s versus like the, okay, if I hit it like the one good time, I'm going like 340 or something.
Yeah, for sure.
You
That's
know?
how I started. I mean, I used to just do like a chop back or a forehand.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I only use it for like emergency shots, you know, like if I was
Right.
in trouble or whatever.
That's how I've been using it.
And then it got to a point where I was like, well, I'm playing courses where you need a forehand now.
Right.
So,
Nice putt.
thanks. There you go.
I felt my foot starting to turn and I
Yeah.
was like, wait, stop it right now.
I think it's because I think when you go, you kind of, your back foot comes back a little bit
Oh.
instead of just coming forward.
Yeah,
Like try to,
probably another backhand thing.
yeah, I think it's literally the opposite. So when you come through, just remember to bring that right foot around.
Okay, I'll try and do that. There you go.
A little deep.
Nice. No. For Forehand is so frustrating.
I think it's because you're dipping down too much.
Okay.
I think when you're going, you're doing this instead of just coming straight through with your so when you're don't dip your elbow down. Try to keep it out.
Out.
And
yeah.
out. I guess it's kind of weird. So keep it like leading kind of.
Yeah.
But also keep it in. So when you're going, it's just you're really reliant on this right here. This little motion. That's where all your power is going to come from.
Like the whip thing that you were talking about.
Yeah. And if you're not getting power, just kind of get a little higher. You don't have to. The more you reach back here, the more inconsistent.
Okay.
The higher you can get, the more you can just
bring it.
But
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I actually want to try this route now.
Escape. Nice.
Kiss of the tree.
There you go. My forehands make me feel so like insecure about disc golf. I hate it, but it's okay.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Yep, you do. I'm switching it up because I'm gonna try this line. I don't know how this is gonna go because
that was sick. That was great.
There we go. That worked. Try it with the trespass. Too wide, I think.
Oh, it hit the limb up top, but it still got forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a weird
I'm
air
taking
bounce.
that line in the tournament.
That's what I usually do, yeah. Even with the forehand, like even though I have a forehand, I feel like the backhand's still the easier route. Especially with the wind.
Right.
Need to practice these long jumpers in the wind because I know they're coming for DDO.
Nice.
There we go.
Good putt.
Thanks. Nope, too much. Dang it. Roll out.
There you go. Oh, hey.
Oh yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw more stable because I know what's gonna happen if I do.
I know.
And I think I'm gonna have to, so. See, now that's gonna go in the water.
No, sit down. Hit the tree.
I don't even know where it's at. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
deep in the middle of the
no,
lake.
I hope you didn't need that.
No, I have like 4 more at home, so that's fine.
Okay.
I brought 4 of those specifically for this reason. Okay.
Oh.
Dang, that thing just held.
Yeah, I did. Oops.
That was a really good pull.
Thank you.
Really good pull.
Nice.
Hold it.
There we go.
There we go.
What a crush. Yeah, you're good.
Finally.
That was a great shot.
It only took me to lose a disc, you know, but.
Right?
Yeah, that was a crush.
Come back.
Oh, dang. The Hades?
Yeah.
Your backhand is solid, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
The one thing I would try to work on is it looks good.
Yeah.
So when a lot of people do this too, this is like a common thing I see.
Yeah.
Like when they release, they usually have their hand here.
Mhm.
What I do is I always hold the disc with 2 hands, so when I'm up there, it drives my left elbow back, which makes me turn more.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because if your arm's just here, you're only getting this compared to this.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get more of a pullback and get more power.
There's been times where I've worked on that, but I think like I haven't fully ingrained it to where it's like always like a consistent muscle memory thing.
Because at first I used to do the same thing. I used to just have my arm here.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously you start looking at other people's
Right,
forms.
and then
You're
you're
like,
like-
there's something I can do better.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I did. And I realized like, the more I come back here, I naturally punch out, which turns me over faster as well.
Right. Yeah, I'll try that. I know like Logan Harpool, he has this video that he did with Eric, and where he talks about like kind of like that exact same thing. And then I was talking to him after one of my rounds for, I think it was our regional for Emporia State. And he was saying he looks at the back corner of the tee pad to help with that.
Oh yeah?
Like as like his like visual.
His indicator or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
So do you think for, as far as like increasing my distance, that a lot, like at this point, it's a lot of like just like the little things?
It's a lot of little things, because you have the form down. It's just, it could be, the only way to really know is if you put it in slow-mo and see your timing on everything.
Right, right.
Because obviously everything has to be in sync as you're
Right,
going.
yeah.
But to me, it looks good. I think it's just more of getting that hand back to be able to snap you around quicker.
Engaging the core a little bit
Yeah.
more. Yeah, I could see that for sure.
I think if you work on that a little bit, you're gonna feel a big difference. Your aim might go off a little bit,
Right,
but
and
that's
then you
because
just
you're getting
adjust.
that more power and
Right.
you're turning around faster.
That makes sense, yeah. Oh, I tried to do it. And yeah, I tried to do it and I was like, oh wait, that feels so different.
I literally was about to say, it's like that came out of your hand a little quicker.
Yeah, it did.
Jeez. What is that? A worship. They glide a lot.
Also, I think the elevation on this hole is a little deceiving because,
Yeah, down to up.
yeah. But the
And then
tech
that-
disc says I'm in like the 50s. So
50s right now?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They say every mile per hour is 7 feet.
Huh.
So so around there you're probably throwing 350-ish.
Yeah.
But you're probably not getting that
The
full
full-
350 yet, just
right.
because like of the
Little things.
the shade of the shop, the height, you know,
Right.
it all has to be perfect to be able to
Right.
get that.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. There you go. Come back. Oh!
right.
I thought you were gonna sneak through
I
the
did too,
little
and it's
gap
like
that's
lurk
just
to
right
the basket
there.
slowly. That'd
Yeah.
have been sick.
Oh, dang it! I keep throwing so low.
It looks fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming out quick for sure.
Well, that's good.
If you want to stop throwing low, so what you're doing right
Yeah.
now is, you know what? It's not a bad thing what you're doing. You're literally just coming down. You're coming from your chest to
Oh.
down.
Yeah.
But to keep that, just come down, bring it down a little,
little
bit, and
bit.
then slowly go up.
Oh. I just I adjusted a little bit, but not quite enough, I think.
Your turnaround's so much quicker though. Like you can see it a little
That's
bit. I mean,
good.
that's why I was saying like when
Yeah.
you try to do that, you're gonna lose your control of where
Right.
you're trying to throw at first until you
But
relearn.
it's coming quicker,
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
another good thing. It's just like catching up the rest of the
Yeah,
body
you're
with
just trying
it.
to catch up to speed of everything else that you're adjusting to.
How much backhand distance do you think is like good enough? Obviously, like
Honestly,
it's good to like
think
strive, but you know
what
what
I
I mean?
what I tell Shelly all the time is like, cause that's the same thing she asks me. She's like, well, I need distance to make it on tour, and I tell her no all the time. Like, you do not need distance, because look at Owen.
Right.
She maybe throws 350 max.
Right.
But she can do that with both. But she's so accurate and consistent with staying in
Right.
bounds that's why.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't worry about your distance too much until 2 or 3 years from now, where you have everything else dialed in,
Right.
and you realize that's the only thing you're lacking.
Okay.
But I would just focus more on consistency than anything.
Consistency.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cause like I feel like right around the 300 is like pretty good, cause you can at least get
I mean,
to most holes. But
and honestly, the more you play, the more you're gonna learn, and eventually, the more power you're gonna gain over time.
Right.
So I honestly think that I wouldn't make that my main goal right now, just
Yeah.
because I see what Shelly can do, and she's only been playing for like 2 or 3 years,
right.
and she can throw maybe 330, but
Okay.
she's cashing in.
Yeah, I
pretty much
know.
every
She's
event.
doing great.
Yeah.
I used to like fixate on every little mistake, and I've gotten better about like letting things go and just
Mhm.
playing it hole by hole. But
Yeah. What I tell everyone really is like, everyone on the tee pad that's there with you is all going through the same thing,
Right.
the same thoughts. Even if they look like they're having the best round of their lives,
Yeah.
like, they're still gonna be nervous, you know?
right.
Because even if you're playing good, you're still afraid to mess up.
Yeah.
And if you're playing bad, you know, you're just putting all that pressure on yourself, and you're like, well, you gotta do something right. That just adds
Right.
more pressure, you know? Instead
Right.
of just trying to stay relaxed and
Just in your groove.
just stay in the present instead of worrying about what happened earlier or what's
Right.
gonna happen. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Nice.
That works. I
might
don't think
just-
I'll try that again though.
That's nice.
Little-
I think I'm just gonna play the
I truly thought I
short.
was gonna go like by the basket, and then I barely made it past the water. It's like, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna go for that. I don't need to lose a disc.
Nope.
I'm like 315 if I'm not thinking about form, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. I threw that. Ooh.
A little lower,
so
that would have
high.
been good. Yeah,
What'd you say?
just a little lower.
Yeah. Let me try it with my Onyx. Oh no.
Get off of there.
Oh.
Nice.
Sit down.
It should. You'll be fine. Yeah.
That was scary. I was like, I need that disc. It's beat in too.
Yeah, that's like the one thing I don't want to do is lose a disc that I heavily rely on.
I'm just not giving them any power.
Are you a
I do staggered, but
Staggered?
I've thought about going to straddle, but I don't know. Like, my putting is another thing that's like, I get really in my head about. Like, of course everybody does,
Yeah.
but like, there are people who are like, putting's my thing.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, I get like scared and I just like, the disc will just like flop out.
Just flop out of your hand? Yeah.
Yeah. But then one thing I realized recently is that I was not like putting enough like pressure on with my fingers, so I was not getting
So it
as
was just
much.
falling out of your hand?
Yeah, not getting as much pop and
Yeah.
stuff. But it's because like I started questioning my form with my putting, and then I was like, wait, am I supposed to do it like that? Or like, am I supposed to not do it like that?
So you started questioning
So then
everything.
I'm like, yeah, then I'd be like in a tournament thinking about it, I'm like, wait, what do I do here? I can't remember.
Yep.
But it's like silly because it's like, come on, Maya.
That's the way I was last year. Actually,
Yeah.
at the beginning of this year, because I took like a month off. And then I went back to putting and I was like, okay, everything's back. And then I went to my first tournament of the year and I was like, I honestly forgot how to putt. I was like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
And so I like make up all these weird putts just to get by. And then probably within like the last 2 weeks, I figured out how to putt again.
And then like if I'm within a certain amount, like I won't feel like scared.
Yeah.
But then it's like past like 15, then I start
get
like
timid?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get timid. But it's like it should all be the same motion.
Yeah.
It's just
You just really gotta trust yourself. That's all it really comes down to. That was smooth.
that's okay for a spot anyway. It's
That's
like
a great
just
spot.
a placement.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I did it right that time, but
Sometimes when I'm playing with girls who are newer to disc golf and I do something, I'm like, that was a terrible shot in my head. And then they're like, great shot, Maya. And I'm like, no, it wasn't, but
yeah,
thank
I
you.
feel you on that. That's for me. Like if I have a great shot, to me is like 10 to 15 from the basket.
Yeah.
And if I don't have it, people are like, man, you had a heck of a shot. I'm like, yeah, but I still got a putt. So
For me, a good shot, like what I consider a good shot, is doing what I like picture in my mind.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
even if
yeah.
it was like in a good spot, I'm like, that wasn't
The
a good
line,
shot.
yeah.
There you go.
skip.
There we go. Nice.
That's better.
Nice. So then I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's not good enough, or like, what?
I mean, if you think about it, like most of these girls on tour, there's only like maybe 5 to 8 players that are really elite throwers,
Right.
and the only one that's consistently winning that has a big arm, that has a decent arm, is probably Christian.
Right.
And she really that technically doesn't throw like super far, but she has that elite distance for FPO.
Right. Right. Adding distance, you kind of lose accuracy to some
Yeah, it does.
degree too. But I do think like I could focus on just like, you know what, like I'm good with where I'm at, like in the 300
Yeah.
range, and just focusing on like the accuracy aspect of it, and then like my putt or whatever.
Yeah.
And then not getting like I'm either really great with my up shots where they're like parked, or I get in my head and I soft it, or I overshoot it.
To where you have to putt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy to do because I mean I think up shots in general are just
Kind
if you're not already having a good round, they're probably
Yeah.
gonna be a lot harder that day.
Right, right. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all of your pointers, and good luck at DDO this week.
Thank you. I actually enjoyed this, and hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.